Yes. All right, it's airspeed time. We followed the French team in the morning and now we're gonna switch to airspeed and see what they do. First thing after round 6 they were watching first the French performance for round 6 and Hayabusa after that. So they're not hiding or walking away from that, as some teams do. They were watching their opponents, all 4 of them. And now they're making the transition from the Hurricane Factory flying chamber over to the liftoff arena. Forgot the name. And their story will continue. That's the short walk over to that place. And action! I had to turn it off for a moment because there was some dirty there was some internal talking that is not really for the record. So
last time you published it on the record.
Well,
it's all on the record. We've known each other long enough.
That's on the NSL live talk when the dirty stuff comes on the table. Alright. Oh, there's a car stop. Anyway, here there's the Liptoff arena it is. That's where the actual jump preparation takes place. And there's a pretty relaxed atmosphere about the whole thing here. And airspeed as we know it actually. That's the whole area. The Kata Tigers are also coming, following. And so will probably Hayabusa and France in a moment. So that's all happening after round 6. Except Airspeed is not walking into the hall right away, so they have their headquarters up here on the top level. And luckily the NSL News has permission to follow Airspeed. And the dirty stuff I can edit out later anyway, if necessary, which will not be the case. Okay, that's the Arizona Airspeed headquarters in the Liptoff arena. There's a live screen still, so we'll catch some of that later. We're switching, there's some strip tease happening here now.
Oh yeah.
Well, not the tease, only a stripping. We're gonna film the rest of the crowd in the meantime. There's the internal debriefing happening now, so we're gonna stay away from that. That's after a round. We leave them alone for that. And in the meantime we can look at the rest of the crowd here. Maybe even, let's see, I can zoom in on the screen a little bit. Let's see what's running there on the screen at the moment. It seems to be the... oh no, that's a female, okay. 4-way women happening right now. That is still round 6, same sequence. And the 4-way women event so far has always been after the 4-way open. It looks like this is the Cups tag team. I like this round. That's good. They fell a little bit behind on the previous one. Several penalties. Let's see. We don't want to miss Airspeed, but they're still in the middle of there. So we can watch a little bit more of the four-way women competition. This is now live again. So I guess we also saw the HF Cups live there. They're followed by the Germans, Bitterak. Who will not be able to move into the medal rankings here, as I did last year in Charleroi. HF Flying Circus there. The Dutch team, I believe, out of the blue, and next to them the Swedish echo chamber. No, out of the blue is over there, so that's not out of the blue. Oh, we'll look at that later. David Rawls is working with the German team there again, that he has guided to that solid 5th place at the moment behind the 4 medal contenders. So they have secured the 5th place by now. The other teams in the top 10 can only battle for 6th place now. Qatar Tigers in their corner, French team in their corner, and Airspeed still debriefing, relaxing. Germany in a flying chamber.
In Albania,
No, they've switched to. That's not Germany, that's the US team, XPG4. Let's see how they're doing. I'm sure that Niklas up there is watching carefully. XPG4 solid in 2nd place, 1 point with behind the French team after round 5. So there is a nice battle going on between France and US and four-way women, 1 point race. And NFTO, the outdoor world champions, are falling behind. They don't seem to be in that competition for the gold medals any longer. XPG4 done with round 6. Happy again. So last team then the turnaround will be change the angle, improve the angle a bit at least. Let's see, now I guess we will see NFTO. With their round 6. Switch to top camera. We saw both angles yesterday actually on NSL-TV Unfiltered. Whoops. Quick random sequences of NFTs, so they're recovering. They were having some penalty situations in the previous rounds which put them behind. It will be interesting to see if they can make up in the remaining rounds. So So at the moment, Airspeed is also watching the live screen of the four women competition carefully. The French team is in the chamber now. They will surely not be slower than the other four women teams with this highly experienced lineup. And Airspeed is following it carefully because, you know, they are very close to XPG4, obviously, US delegation. Let's see if they have
I can see you because you're my reference as I'm running. You can see me dragging along the wall, you can feel it from the group.
Do you have a few words about the four women competition? Nick, you're coaching XPG4.
They're doing fantastic. It's nice to see the U.S. Female team up there competing with the best, so this, you know, in the female category. But also look at their scores. They're very competitive to everyone else. Like look at round 1, and you know, even round 4, and very competitive, even with the open category. It's great.
Absolutely, yeah. So what did you see here on round 6? Did they keep?
The way we scored it is that the French girls looked a little bit smaller, and so I think they might be up 1 or 2 points on this last round.
Okay.
They kind of finding their rhythm a little bit, but the XPG4 girls are doing fantastic.
Yeah,
They just gotta
absolutely.
keep doing what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks. I guess you are focusing on your round
Yeah.
7 now? 7 is coming up, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
16-9C, that's all I know.
All right, so it is time to go to work now. We just heard a little feedback, commentary about the 4-wheel women competition. Nicholas has been coaching them for a while. And they are challenging the French team. They are actually right now outscoring the outdoor world champions, which they did not do in Eloy at the outdoor world championship. But things have changed here now. And they are in. Anyway, we are going to jump preparation of round 7 with Arizona Airspeed. So that's what Christopher said. He only thinks of 16.9 and C. 16.9C he is thinking. Not round 7, not whatever it is, it's just 16.9C.
Stop here. Here.
And now they have joined all the other teams. It's pretty busy here in the Liptov arena between the rounds. The main preparation place. Dennis Prate is working with Out of the Blue in the meantime. Out of the Blue are in the top 10 at the moment. We'll be trying to defend that. Andy Grauwitz, formerly Dennis Prate's teammate for Hayabusa, working with the Qatar Tigers. Qatar Tigers, Andy, Out of the Blue with Dennis. Back to Arizona Airspeed. Over there we see a little Scandinavian gathering with a Swedish team and Matthew, is this a little Scandinavian gathering here? What's going on? Oh no, Emilia. What happened? Block 10 or what is it? No.
Block 9. Block 9.
Block 9, okay.
On the creepers.
On the creepers. Oh my. I'm so sorry. Oh, that looks painful. Oh. And the Scandinavians try to help with the medication and things. Yeah, okay. Echo Gemma and Purple Maze. Back to Airspeed. Looks like they're waiting for creepers. Aha, some became available. No, they are already taken. Yeah, we saw that yesterday. There are plenty of creeping areas here. The circles are indicating where creeping is expected or prepared for the creeping. Here's France with Mathieu again. We saw them earlier in their procedures. And it looks like Airspeed want the Qatar creepers. You wanna stay here? Dennis a little bit. It's a different language. He's not speaking Belgian. Sounds Dutch to me.
Laat die wat ademen, dat de neem gaat, dat wat ademvliegt, dat je hier wat ruimte hebt. Als er goed is ligt, ja, dan ga je soms misschien met gipsen die daar boven onder elkaar liggen. Snap je wat ik bedoel?
Yes, we're still waiting for creepers. I don't think Andy is. Let's see if Andy is speaking Qatar. Probably not. No, it sounds like English. All right. Well, understandably, not everybody knows the Arabian language. All right. It looks like Airspeed is on the creepers. We missed the transition from waiting to action. So here's Airspeed preparations for round 7. We may have to be prepared to hang around here for a little while. Airspeed is famous to spend sufficient time on the creepers to cover all the details that they may find.
All we were talking about is how far we're supposed to test, so if you do it too far, we'll fix it after that. Yeah. The family conversation is fine.
I share this conversation about being away. Is there anything we can do about that?
Here's another Hayabusa member, David, who was working with the Germans. He is also working with Meraki, the British national team in 4-way open.
I'm gonna ride.
So some time went by for talking about special things, and we are still on the creepers with Airspeed. They figured out some of the details and now are creeping the new discoveries. Increased pace by now. Discussion of the details follow. Different details, more details. Mr. David Grouse has made it onto the creepers in the meantime for Liz Matthews.
Now, I need you to go through that line.
Mathieu Bernier working with a French women team. We don't know the scores yet for round 6. I don't know them, but we'll follow up with them very soon. Airspeed still discussing more of the details. So it might be very interesting for people in general to see how much time Airspeed is actually spending on the creepers. On the creepers themselves, plus discussing details, while they are on the creepers. So I don't have a stopwatch here. Well, I could check it later, but it has been interrupted. The fact is, it's quite amazing and maybe surprising for many teams and competitors how much time they spend to prepare every single round like that, as we see here. We also have XPG4 here in the meantime, in very close proximity to Airspeed. There's the walking, discussing. Now they're waiting. Now you're waiting for creepers, right? Yeah. Yeah, somehow. You want the Airspeed creepers, the winning creepers, I see.
Actually, some of those are a little bit wonky.
They are? Yeah. Well, great competition so far, XPG4. And Airspeed on the creeper still, as we expected it. And now they're creeping the whole sequence again with the input, the most recent findings. Okay, now they're done. Looks like they're getting up. Maybe not. Maybe just a little bit stretching. Yeah, not done yet. That's what it takes to become world champions. Spend a lot of time on your bellies in 4-way. Oh, now they're done. Available and ready for XPG4 if they win no, they're not winning the race to the creepers. Somebody else is using them. But the Airspeed is not done yet with their jump preparations anyway. And you clearly see the strategy that they have been applying for a while in the chamber on the ground when they're walking it. It's the increasing pace, page by page. The first page, really cautious, really careful and correct, and then picking it up a little bit, page by page, until they arrive at the full Airspeed pace. Looks like Niklas has some additional chores here with XPG4. And we're gonna take a break here too, maybe for updating some scores. And Airspeed has moved up out of their chairs here in the upstairs corner.
This is good though, because usually
Coaching is completed, resting is completed, and the call for round 7 is coming closer. The French team has their final session on the creepers. We saw that earlier. They will walk over there very soon. And Airspeed has at least gotten up in the area. Judging of round 7 is already taking place. No, let's say the flying of round 7 is taking place. There's a screen is showing. And here comes the gang, the US gang. Ready for action. The focus switches. And it's business again. Oh, so there's a little change in the procedure. There's not. Thank you, Christopher. Christopher Kuhlmann. Chris Kuhlmann. Thanks. So that's a different procedure compared to the French team who were on the creepers again. Airspeed has spent all the time on the creepers that they needed. Oh, look at those snow-covered mountains there. That's pretty. And we are back on the way to the Hurricane Factory now. From the Liptoff Arena over to the Hurricane Factory. And 4-wheel women competition is also getting ready, of course. The next round, Vena Parker on her way up. Out of the blue, already coming back from their round. Magic 4 on their way back from the
Go champions.
some media work on the way to round 7. Bronterok is done with round 7. Kapia coming out of the chamber, echo chamber, walking into the chamber. And Airspeed walking into the chamber. The building, not the chamber yet. The Italian 4-wheel women team, Fire Phoenix. And now we are back in the place of action. No live screen necessary any longer. We are back in here, and it looks like we are watching the German? You know, who is that? Oh, I think it's Fly, of course, it was the Italian team FlyX. But let's go back and see what Airspeed is doing. We lost them now for a moment. They escaped. Now Mikhail is still here, so they will be back probably. We'll keep waiting and maybe watch a few more rounds who is next. Sky 4-4 from Poland. Chris and Mikhail, there's Nick. The gathering again, Andy. Okay, Airspeed is complete again. There is a team manager, Jim Reese, taking care of his team.
That's the way.
You guys really do everything together.
Yeah, so it's together, parts together.
I was
Shit ourselves. That's how you do it. Everybody can drink it here.
hold my beer, well, not hold my beer, hold my I wish I would walk.
Let's give it like before.
So we gotta.
short announcement, there will be no break between FSG rails and freestyle. So freestyle is the order and start flying at 11:30.
Well, she's with NSL-TV. But she's chair. We all are. That's
Just that.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
That she wants to look into the shower. Or should I set that up like a...
37-38 for both Haibus and us, 35 for the French. Right.
And that concludes the second featured team of today, Arizona Airspeed. We're going to continue now. Go to. I love it. Nobody does that to me. Only Unique. I'm lying. Back to the Liptov Arena for the next round, round 8. Goodbye.